Family, we need to talk about this. The US has just announced official application centers for citizens of 7 African countries where there are no local visa services. On the surface, it sounds like a solution, right? A way to make things easier. But when you look closer, you realize this is yet another reminder of how Africa is still being treated as a secondary priority in global systems. Just take a look. Let's actually break this down together. You see, for years, Africans from countries like Chad, Libya, Niger, Somalia, South Sudan, and Zimbabwe have struggled just to apply for a US visa. No embassies, no consular offices, meaning that the people had to travel far away, sometimes across dangerous borders, just for an interview. Now, the US State Department says, all right, we've assigned you official locations moving forward. And here's what this means. It means that Chadians must apply in Yaoundé, Cameroon. Libyans must go to Tunis in Tunisia. Nigerians must head to Ouagadougou in Burkina Faso. Somalis and South Sudanese both in Nairobi, Kenya. Sudanese in Cairo, Egypt. Zimbabweans in Johannesburg, South Africa. And I know this sounds organized, right? But here's where it gets tricky. Do you think that it's fair that African citizens should actually still have to cross multiple countries, spend hundreds of dollars on travel, and sometimes they're risking their own safety just to get a visa? Does that make sense? Especially if that's not what's obtainable for American citizens that want to travel to these countries. This isn't just about travel. It's about access, about who gets to move free and who doesn't. And Africa's still being asked to make do with arrangements that other continents would never, ever accept. Just imagine. Just imagine other continents or other countries doing the same thing. You see, this policy comes under the US's tighter immigration rules, which have been getting stricter over the years. And yes, disproportionately affecting African nations. Whether it's visa bans, additional vetting, or travel restrictions, Africa often feels the sharpest edge of these different policies that keep sprouting in recent times. And it raises a bigger question. Why do African nations still have to depend so heavily on foreign visa systems that don't prioritize us? Why? I just believe it's an insult. This is where we actually need to flip the script. What will it look like if Africa invested in its own mobility agreements? Just imagine if ECOWAS, the African Union, or even regional blocs started negotiating visa waivers or streamlined processes with global partners as equals and not as beggars. Just imagine. This is already happening in small ways, as we've reported. African countries are talking more about open skies agreements, digital passports, and cross-border trade zones. You see, these steps may seem small, but they're building blocks for a future where Africans won't have to, jump through so many hoops and hurdles just to participate in the global economy. Not anymore. And thankfully, this is what we are seeing, especially in this generation. But I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts? Have you ever, and especially if you've tried applying, have you ever tried applying for a US visa from a country without a consulate? How far did you have to travel? How much did it cost you? Drop your comments and your experience in the comment section. I actually love to hear about it. Let's talk about it, because sharing these stories is how we actually start putting pressure on our leaders to negotiate better for us. As Africans, we need to stop accepting scraps like, oh my goodness, wow, we're going to the US. Excuse you. Do you know who you are as Africans? You see, at the end of the day, family, this is more than just a visa story. This is about sovereignty, dignity, the freedom to move around. The fact that these designated centers now exist is a progress, right? But it is still a reminder that Africa must keep rising, Africa must keep building, and we must keep demanding systems that actually work for us, not just around us. Because a rising Africa means a freer Africa, and a freer Africa means a stronger Black global community. What are your thoughts about this? My name is Ife, reporting from Nigeria. I'd like to get your take. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. This is the African Diaspora News Channel. See you on the next story.